Hey guys, today I'm going to make another Filipino snacks. We called it Hopia. It's made of thin, flaky pastry, traditionally filled with mungo paste or purple yam paste. So let's go to the kitchen and start making it. First thing we have to do is to make our filling, which is I'm going to use the traditional mungo. This is how it looks like. Tiny bitty beans, and I soak it overnight to soften it, and now this is how it looks like. It's soft. We'll bring it to a boil to scrape the bubbles on top. When you're boiling the mung beans, you have to scrape the bubbles, kind of like a foamy bubbles that forms on top while boiling it. You have to scrape that and discard it. Then you have to stir the beans occasionally to make it sure that it's not sticking in the bottom of your pan. And while waiting for the beans to cook, while we're boiling that, we're gonna prepare the rest of the ingredients that we need. I got my condensed milk, 3/4 cup of sugar, and 1/4 cup of flour. The beans is cooked and water will slowly disappear. Now we're going to add the sugar. Just continue cooking until it starts to thicken. So now it's smooth and fine. We're going to put it back on the pot, and we're going to add the flour and cook it until it becomes paste texture like. Add the flour now. Add the flour. I put my stove on a medium heat. What are we looking for is like when it turns into like a thick paste consistency or texture, then that's what we're looking for. That's how it looks like now. Let this cool down. I'm going to make another filling for the hopia. Usually we use ube halaya, the purple yam, but since I don't have purple yam here, so I'm gonna use the sweet potato. Up. All orange color. Hey guys, so we're going to cook our second filling. For our hopia, it's a sweet potato. You need a deep wide pan and melt the butter. Melt the butter, medium heat. I'm melting the butter. Let's put our yam. Put the coconut milk. We are going to cook this for 15 minutes, and then we're going to add the rest of the ingredients, and then we're going to put in the blender, it puree, and then put it back on the pan. Cook it for 30 minutes. I'm just stirring it occasionally to make it sure it's not sticking in the bottom of the pan. Turn up the heat. We put it back on the pan from the blender. So turn the heat and we're gonna put the rest of our ingredients. Sugar, then condensed milk. Want the coffee again? Coffee?
Yeah. Can you make it for me?
No. I didn't know what time you got up.
You gonna be moving around?
No. We will be cooking this for 20 to 30 minutes in a low-medium heat until it forms into like a thick dough and it pulls away on the side of the pan when you stir it. It almost took me an hour to get this done. That's our sweet potato filling now. So we're finally done with our hopia filling. I got the sweet potato and I got the mungo. Let's put this aside and we're going to make our dough. We have to make 2 dough here. I need a cup of flour. Let's say 130. That's good. 30. And then a tablespoon of sugar. I'm going to dissolve it in a 1/4 cup of water. 1/4 cup of water. Right there. And then I have a shortening for lard. You know what I forgot? To put a pinch of salt. Pinch of salt, that would be good. Right there. If you feel the need to add a little bit of water, you can add a little bit more, like this one. Just gonna knead it into a couple times and then form it like a ball and then cover it with plastic wrap and then set aside. There, we got our ball. Set aside. Put that aside. Now let's make our dough number 2. Cup of flour. And then I'm shortening, so I'm gonna replace it with butter. Cup of butter. Cup of butter. I should double the dough recipe since I got a lot of filling. Dough, our dough number 2. Now, So here's our hopia ready to bake. Beautiful, it looks beautiful. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces. I'm going to bake this on my preheated oven to 350 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes. And then I'm gonna take it out, brush it with egg wash, and put it back in the oven for 5 to 10 minutes, and we're done.